Okay, not sure if I'm going to post this publicly or not, but here it goes. So, it's been almost a year now since I've seen my father. I can remember what his voice was like still, but I have to try. I know his face backwards and forwards, but at the same time, it hurts. Every day, it hurts that he's gone. And it'll be a year at the start of April. I miss him. I miss him so much, but at the same time, I'm still so angry at him for leaving me like that. He's my father. I'll love him. I'll always have loved him. I always did love him. But I guess I haven't moved past the grief stages from madness yet. I haven't let go of my anger to him. And I can't close this wound and heal until I can let it go. And because he's a parent, because he's my father and I'm so young, I know it's hard and it'll take extra time, especially compounding on top of the fact that I lost both my grandmothers 7 days apart and, all this. It's a long story, lots of death in my family, but I can't ever forget that I don't have a father now. I have a stepdad, sure, but it's not quite the same thing. He's a role model, but it's not quite the same thing if you understand. And I don't even have a godfather anymore. That's the really part that just sticks to me, is that my godfather died in the spring of 2005, and my dad died last year. And sometimes it's really scary feeling like you're all on your own. I don't know. It's intimidating and painful, and I'm a strong adult woman. I know this. I know that it takes a while to get off of it and move on and, pick up the pieces of your life or what have you, but it's spring. It's coming up on his birthday and the anniversary of his death, and I don't know, it's hitting me in different ways, and I'm just trying to make sure that I don't fall into the same cycle that I fell in when I had my mental breakdown after my grandmothers, both of them died. I don't really understand what it is that I'm feeling, a lot of it. They're complicated emotions for me to understand, but I'm trying to cope. I haven't really talked about how I'm feeling with anybody. The only person I can talk about it with are my brothers, and they've steadfastly refused to talk about my father with me at all. I don't think they blame me for his death like my stepmother does. I'm not sure though, but they don't want to talk about it, and my mom certainly doesn't want to talk about her ex with me. I don't have a godfather anymore. It's like one of those, boy, who do you talk to about something like that? Especially when you're considered the death person, because you're so comfortable with death, and Tashi loves death, and Tashi lives around dead people and works around dead people, and she lives in bones, and bones are in her closet, and she should be comfortable with this. And yes, that's true, but it's different when you're a scientist and you're objective towards a research subject or some subject or a patient than when it's non-objective, when it's your family. And I'm comfortable with death. I'm comfortable with my own personal death. I'm comfortable with that. I've accepted, the future, whatever. But the feelings that I have regarding my father's death, those are a little bit more complicated and not quite as easy to be so. I don't have the same attitude towards his death and towards his body that I do towards other things. So, I don't know. I guess I just needed to say that. So, that's pretty much it for that thought.